Do you like anime titties? Boy, do I have a show for you. It's not broken, that's good. That's so my roommate doesn't hear me talking about anime titties again. I mean, I hope this angle doesn't make me look like I'm filming a early 2000s rap video. I'm trying something new, don't worry about it, guys. But anyway, yeah, boom. World's End Harem, Shuumatsu no Harem, whatever you want to call it. Let's be honest, I think pretty much everybody knows about it, and if you don't know about it, oh boy. So, okay, yeah, Shuumatsu no Harem. It's an anime that was supposed to come out earlier in the fall, I believe, of 2021 last year, but it got pushed back because of various reasons to January, so the winter season of 2022, and and I wanted to talk about the show for a long time. So yeah, Shuumatsu no Harem. You might be asking, AniMatthicc-san, what is Shuumatsu no Harem? What is it about? Let me tell you. So the year is 2040, and our main character, Mizuhara Reito, has an illness that's called spinal sclerosis. I don't know, I know very smart. Basically, he has an illness that will kill him in a year, so he gets put in a kind of deep sleep cryo chamber type stuff because, I mean, it's 2040, so we're basically gods at this point, humanity that is. So 5 years later, he wakes up and he finds out that he's one of 5 men in the whole world who are basically able to survive, because in this period of 5 years there has been an MK virus. What does MK virus mean? You might be wondering. It's basically male killer virus. Quite on the nose. It's basically a virus that kills men. So now this bitch has basically half of the world's population, which is 5 billion in this world. So by 5 billion women all to himself. Do you now understand why this is the weeb's greatest, basically, fantasy? Now, not before we get any further, boys, if the Omicron-kun virus gets any more powerful or adapts to the MK virus variant, oh man, let's hope we can survive, boys and girls. I mean, yeah. With that, it's called World's End Harem. These boys, these last 5 survivors, I mean there are more of them, but they are in cryo chambers. They're the only 5 that can walk on this earth, and and you can imagine where it goes from here. Basically a lot of anime titties. Yes, the show is completely uncensored and is beautiful. Now, honestly, talking about the whole quality of the show, the animation, and adapting everything, it's basically a hentai. What can I say? Like, yeah, there's some nice anime titties, but anything other from that, it's like, if it's not servicing the plot, not the plot, but the plot, it's basically C-tier animation. Other than that, it's S-class hentai, let's be honest. And I mean, as for the voice acting, it's good, it's fine. On a technical level, I mean, it's Shuumatsu no Harem. Do you really? You just want to see some anime titties, don't you? Man, okay, drink another animatic drinking game. Drink every time I say anime titties in this video. We're just getting started. Oh, but yeah, so if you, if you want to see some nice anime titties, go watch this show, because this show has some... It got some anime titties, let me tell you. But surprisingly, other than that, it does have plot. No, I don't mean plot. I mean plot, like actual plot and world building, somewhat, at least for now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, okay, the show hooks you with its plot, but you actually stay for, well, you still stay for the plot, but you also stay for the plot, the actual plot. Let me explain. I'm not making any sense now, am I? Basically, like, okay, so it's a world only populated by women. And by the second episode, like, you found out something interesting. I'm gonna spoil it because, again, it's not that big. It's like, ooh, the MK virus was man-made. What? Like, somebody killed all the men. What? Who would have thought for this twist? I mean, like, on the other hand, they could have just have this a hentai plot and a harem plot, with an extremely large harem plot. So technically, these guys have the largest harem in the in all like, well, basically Harem anime out there. So I don't know, but yeah, basically like, you know, you have some like, you know, some world building, some deeper plots and all of that. And I heard that in the manga there are like so many like assassination attempts, like cults and stuff, and that the anime is actually kind of rushing through things. So like honestly, if the manga is even better in terms of plot than the anime, then I might give it a read, not gonna lie. But anyway, like, so yeah, it does feel interesting. But now what doesn't feel interesting is the main character. Like, I forgot his name again, the basic Harem protagonist. Now, why don't I like him? Well, because he basically has a personality of a wet blanket, and to make matters even worse, he a simp. Yeah, his characteristic that is he wakes up in this world and he says, no, I am not going to help repopulate the world. I will look for one girl that disappeared. I mean, good for him, but let's be honest, it's not that interesting. Not gonna lie, it's not that interesting to watch. I much rather like the Shota guy. Like, you get introduced, he's like the third person to wake up with this spinal disease, and he immediately. I mean, okay, so Shota, he's specific. Why? I also hate him. Why? Because he wakes up and he gets a sensei. Yes, his first mate in this world is a sensei, and a damn good sensei at that. So fuck, who didn't want to get a sensei, man? But basically, yeah, no, I do think Shota is more interesting. Why? Well, because he has some, well, room for growth and basically room for character development. You know, he grows. You know, like in these 2 episodes, you can see him start changing. So yeah, so for now, Shota is a bit more interesting than he is. And no, it's not that because I relate to him. I mean, yeah, he's a weeb who also likes idols, and he's been picked on and bullied at school, basically with 0 friends. Well, at least they don't wear glasses. One other thing that actually tilts me about this show is that although it's I guess you can say primarily female cast, although like there are like again 3 male characters in the show, even with all of those chicks, I still can't choose best girl. Not because they're all best girls, but because honestly none of them stand out. Because at least for now, they all seem to, you know, follow the standard dere types and kuderes. You got some tsunderes thrown in there. You know, you got some shy girls. You got those blah 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 bubbly girls. Like, you know, it's you would think that a show or a manga, whatever, that primarily focuses on basically repopulating the entire world to have some interesting female characters as well. But at least again for now, not really, although we're already at 4th episode, so yeah. So yeah, all in all, this show is, I mean, I love it. I do recommend it because, you know, you get some animators, and animators are some of the best therapeutic methods known to mankind. That is a proven fact, Google it. But other than that, like, well, other than that, it does keep you interested, it does get some nice things, and yeah, you know, you can watch it, it's quite fun. Now, I know what was the main question. The main question is probably AniMatthicc. Like, what would you do if you were in that situation, you know? Well, give a call with Chan a couple of years and guess we'll find out, eh? Oh, man.